Hi everyone, it's me again, Thomas Renee, the head of voice and speech at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. This is the third video that I want to make on vocal onset, and just a reminder that vocal onset is how the vocal folds come together to create sound, and there's a couple different ways that that can happen. Today, for this video, I wanted to talk about simultaneous onset, but if you haven't seen the glottal onset and the aspirate onset, you might want to watch those videos first, and I'll make sure to put a link in the video so you can get there. The reason why you might want to watch those first is because having the information both theoretically and kinesthetically inside of your body and mind, I think this is going to help you approach this third onset, which is a little bit more nuanced. It's a little bit more coordinated, which is probably why it has been celebrated in the tradition of singing technique for so long, is because it's healthy, it's really pretty, but it's also complicated, and a lot of people have trouble with it. So let's start talking about it, simultaneous onset. So we're looking at the vocal folds, and just as a review from the other two videos, in case you are starting with this video, the glottal onset is when the vocal folds come together first, pressure builds up underneath with the breath, and the vocal folds pop apart, creating a very succinct and sharp start of the voice. The aspirate onset is when the vocal folds come together, but they don't fully come in contact with each other. And so the breath is really what starts causing some friction before the vocal folds come together. So it sounds like, kind of, we talked about a whisper in the video on that one. Kind of like, for many of us, we might think of it as almost putting an H before things, but not all of us will kind of connect with that. So if we can roughly say glottal is vocal fold first and then air pressure, and then aspirate is breath first and then vocal fold closure, which isn't exactly right physiologically, but that's kind of it. When we're looking at simultaneous, I think even the word is implying that the breath and the vocal folds are happening together. That as the breath starts to move, the vocal folds close, and we get an incredibly seamless, smooth, silky beginning to the line that you're about to sing, to the voicing that you are about to create. I just remember when I first started learning how to sing, this was the thing to do. Everything had to be a simultaneous onset, I think for many reasons, and I mentioned some briefly. One is health. If you do watch the other videos on glottal onset and aspirate onset, if we do the glottal onset a little too hard, it can be really damaging over time. And the aspirate onset, because it's so much air and so much friction, that also can cause a little damage to the vocal folds over time. And that is really abusing them, but we shouldn't be afraid of them. We should be exploring our voice as much as we can in any way that we can, as long as it feels good and right. But the simultaneous, because it's so coordinated, it is kind of the pinnacle of health for how we start to create voice. And I think it was just valued aesthetically as well in many genres of music. But screw that. Let's always be looking for different types of vocal variety so that we can dive into different types of genres and different types of styles of music. But let's look at simultaneous because it's going to be helpful for you. So, as I said, vocal folds come together as the air moves and we try and get this seamless feel. So first, I'm going to do the other ones, and I just want to get that glottal stop or that glottal onset, just to feel the click inside of my throat. Feel free to take this up the octave if you need to. I'm just going to do a staccato exercise and just really hitting each one of those notes very abruptly. Feeling the click inside of my throat. Let's just do one more for review. Great. And we're going to take it back down, and we're going to have that aspirate onset. Lots of air coming to start, and then we move on to the voice. Now, we're going to find something in the middle. where the vocal folds and the breath happen at the same time. One way that someone had shown me how to access this, and I thought it was really successful, was adding a y before the vowel that you're about to sing. So let's try that. Choose any vowel that you want. I'm going to choose a y, and we're just going to go up ya, 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 ya on a 5-tone scale. Great. We'll start here, and again, feel free to take that up the octave if you need it. Ya, 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 ya. Now, as you are practicing this, again, what we're focusing on is when I'm coming onto voice, what do I feel here? Do I feel a popping sensation, even a tiny bit? Do I feel or hear a lot of air and breathiness coming through? Or can it be simultaneous, really coordinated, where it's almost like we don't know when the voicing starts? So let's do a few more scales. We'll take it up. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. And as I'm practicing, again, what I'm really feeling and listening for is, am I allowing myself to use the yeah as a way to glide onto the voice as opposed to come right on it real quickly or get that extra breathiness. Great. Let's take this down one more time. We're going to do the 5-tone scale, but we're going to add the ya just at the start of it. And then we're going to smoothly just go through, not coming off a voice, smoothly go through the entire scale. It's going to sound something like this. Ya. Focus on that first note for this exercise. Ya. Now here's the hard part. We're going to take away the ya and just go right onto the vowel, but notice if it becomes an a ha, or if we can really get a nice smooth ah. Let's try that out. I just had this image, I don't know if it's going to be helpful, almost turning the dial of volume. So the onset almost comes from nothing and then slowly turns into the voice. If that image helps, use it. One more. Awesome. Well, thanks guys. I hope this gives you at least some understanding about the different types of onsets that there are so that you can play with it in your own singing practice and apply it to different genres and styles of music. And I hope that this gives you some tools to be able to practice it and so that you can get good at the 3 of them and be able to choose. But that's it on my end. All right, thanks guys, and have a great day and keep practicing. Bye now.